Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend and all that. I believe we don't have quality options tonight, so that's great. I guess I'm back to Plebeian Town or something, probably because I'm playing a game that probably nobody gives a shit about. Whatever. The game that we're going to be playing tonight, Hardspace Shipbreaker, is actually very fun. At least it looked very fun from the bits I've watched people play of it. The premise of the game is that you work for a company that salvages shipwrecks in space. So you just salvage old spaceships that have wrecked for anything and everything that is in there to make money. It's one of those little incremental games that I seem to enjoy a lot. So it caught my attention, and here we are. I'm gonna give it a whirl and see where it takes us. We'll see what this game can do for us. Also, I will have to add up a game capture real quick for Hardspace. The hard is capitalized because it's very important that you put that up there. There you go. By the way, if you're epileptic, turn off the stream right now. I know that matters to absolutely nobody. So that's nice. We'll see what this game is about. I launched it once earlier, just to adjust volumes, so my ears don't get assaulted immediately. But yeah, at least they have, you know, openings that don't just absolutely annihilate your ears, like basically every single AAA game on the planet does, so that's nice. Look, we've industrialized most of the solar system. Yo. The Shipbreaker. That's a new breed of worker. Wow. Alright, I mean, they're trying to make this seem like it's epic or in any way risky. I doubt that. Like, all you have to do is cut up a spaceship. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly be an issue about that, you know? Alright. What are these noises? What is this soundscape I am hearing? Alright, I'll be working for Salvage Station 42. Sure. I mean, it's pretty obvious what the name is gonna be. We proudly offer you our body and mind revival program for new employees. Below are the details of your selected revival package. So, I can get cloned infinitely if I die. And it only costs about 150 grand. Honestly, not that bad. Not that bad. Standard? I mean, that's probably fine. Meal preference? What the fuck is entomotarian? The fuck does that mean? Oh, I'm going with chicken, dude. Alright, sure. I definitely have all of these. I mean, I have to click on all of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Skip training. No, don't skip training. Don't skip training. I kind of want to know how to play the game, you know? That'll probably be pretty helpful. Yeah. I can imagine that that's probably a good idea. I mean, that's me. Look, it's me. It's me, right? I'm right there. Look, I'm right in here. Look, it's me. Look, it's me.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above.
Interesting.
Return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Yo, they hit you with that. They hit you with that melody coming in. That's my job now. I cut up spaceships. Look, that's me. That's me right there. And then you recycle it. We're recycling, you know? We're recycling. Alright, that's a cool opening cinematic. I have a feeling this game is gonna look nothing like it, but you never know. Before it's like a pixel art game. That would be quite something. We'll see. Press E. Okay. That looks alright. But first of all, for the love of God, please turn the audio down ever so slightly. Like 70%. That seems about right. And then make sure that VSync is disabled. Thank God. Why is it at 60 Hz? Why not at 144? Come on. I mean, you'd think of that. I mean, it's not like I'm running the game at 144 FPS, but you know. Also, just inevitably turn down that mouse sensitivity because it's probably too high. There's a lot of like delay on it too. Okay, that's fine though. $1 billion debt. I mean, that's what you go into from this job.
Okay. Well, my name is Will. I'll be your eyes and ears when you're in the ER. Used to be a cutter myself until there were some complications with one of my clone jobs. But
this is not a base builder, no. Much rather it's the other. Yeah, also the goddamn debt.
Go ahead and open your work order, and let's get started.
How do I open my work order? With tab, okay.
You ever want to pay off your
Thumbs
debt
up.
like Sullivan did? It's all about completing your work orders.
I can thrust forward for 3 seconds, alright. They're just gonna teach me. Oh, I didn't hold the W key for long enough. There you go. Now I gotta thrust backwards for 3 seconds. Alright, cool. Descend. Descend with C. Alright, cool. What else? Ascend? Yo. Dude, I wonder what's next. Brake with control. Alright, fair enough.
Alright. These next two maneuvers are tough for most worms to wrap their heads around because most of you have never spent time in zero-G. We call them rolls. Give them a shot.
I like to speed. Actually, I gotta roll right. God damn it.
Okay. Well, this here is your trusty training vessel. On it and in it are salvageable objects to cut your teeth with.
Okay.
Let's give her a go, shall we?
Use the grapple to attach it to tennis. So first of all, I gotta get over to the ship over here. Because, you know, this is kind of where I gotta be. Now I gotta grab the antenna over from the ship here. Gonna take a minute to get over here, but you know, we're in space, you know, we're in 0G. Obviously it's gonna take a minute. What I wanna do is I wanna attach to this antenna. Let's brake. That's what you use control for. Okay. Push when an object is grappled. So, what, you just press F? Alright. It's pretty easy. And then salvage the other one as well. Just grab this one and yeet it down here, I guess. Boom. That easy. Dude, I've just beaten the game.
Congratulations there, Cutter. Your very first pieces of salvage. Another billion or so of them antenna, and you will have completely wiped out your debt. I'm kidding, of course. All right, Cutter. You ready to perform a
Easy debt removal, dude.
surgery?
Let's go.
Boot up your scanner and see what we see.
Activate
Now
the
we're
scanner.
looking for cut
With
marks.
T.
Think of them
T.
as the chunks of glue that hold the key structural segments of the ship together.
Right.
Bingo.
Those right there. Sure. They hold the thing together. Okay.
Just got the go-ahead from control to unlock your cutting tool. You may now equip the Stinger head mount. I'm uploading the final work order objective required to complete your certification.
I gotta salvage these engines. Okay, I mean, this one seems pretty straightforward, right? I just gotta cut this off. Maybe I got it a little bit closer. There you go. Just cut that off. It's gone. And then I can grapple this bad boy. And kind of just send it down here. Maybe? Like, surely that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're just supposed to send it down like this. Just salvage those engines, dude. Yeah, why can't this be an RL job? That should end up down there eventually. Shouldn't be a huge problem. Let's take care of this one as well. Come on, I have to get a little closer. There you go. Seems easy enough. And then you just grab it with a grappling hook. You've got to move it down slowly but surely. And this game seems to have like built-in mouse acceleration, which is a little annoying. I'd like these to go down into the thing down here so I can actually salvage them.
Salvage secured.
There you go.
That's what it's all about, Cutter. The more work orders you complete, the closer you get to hitting your certification quotas. Go ahead and see where you're at on earning your first cert.
View certification orders, okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm done on my first one! Wow! Cool! I've beaten the game!
Earning certs gives you access to better upgrades and perks for your tools, gear, and equipment, as well as access to more valuable ships back in your...
What I do want to do is, can I disable the mouse excel? Is that... No, I can't really do that, huh? Unless it's under gameplay. Alright,
Speaking of
guess
which,
not.
let's mosey on over to your personal habitation unit right now, because that's what you do when you finish your shift. You didn't
Alright,
think
sure.
Blake's made you sleep out here in the yard, did you? Weaver out.
Cool, dude. Yeah, no, I don't know what kind of American university I went to get $1 billion of debt. I mean, I guess sending people to space is probably pretty expensive, but I mean, I applied to work for these people, and now they put me $1 billion in debt. That's kind of weird. Let's end the shift because I'm done with it for today. Yo. Unlocked modular laser cutter upgrades? Yo. Look at that! Look at that! I made 186,000 bucks. I'm only 999 million away. Easy peasy, bro. I'll have my debt paid off in no time.
By now, this is your hat. I know it feels a bit flat right now, but I hear Lynx is looking into fixing it up real nice for you sometime in the near future. Anyway, says here you're gonna need an upgrade to complete your next certification rank. You're gonna like this one, Cutter. Let's check it out now, shall we? Good.
Alright.
Now let's get back to the yard. so
Split
you can
saw
try this
license.
sucker out.
Start shift.
Okay, before we hop back in the yard, I want to show you the ship catalog. Here is where you find a selection of ships Lynx has deemed ready for salvage. As I said before, earning certifications will open up higher grade ships. But we gotta learn to walk before we run, Cutter, so let's get back to finishing your plate on that Lynx training vessel. Weaver out.
Man, I would really love if Weaver could talk a little bit quicker, but you know.
Another shift, another credit. Today's goal is to complete your certification rank 2. And in order to do that, we're gonna have to light up that new split saw mode you've just upgraded in the hand.
Alright.
Go ahead and equip it now. Nice work there, Cutter.
Rotate the cut angle.
Time to take the training wheels off and let you loose on this thing.
Salvage a soft crate, salvage aluminum, and salvage nano carbon.
And then
Okay.
see if you can salvage every last bit of the training vessel. We call it
This is nanocarbon right here.
Waste not, want not, right, cousin?
I mean, I can cut these things,
Get 'em tied.
obviously.
We were out.
That's a pretty good thing to do because these are structural, as we know. Well, I should probably get rid of this entirely. There you go. And then the real question is this enough? Can I just pull this off now? I can. Nanocarbon goes into the processor, which is over here. Gotta pull this up with me. And send it over this way. There you go. Just send it over there. Come on. You're gonna go in there, right? Go over a bit. Head in there. I beg you.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Yeah, that's 900 kilograms of nanocarbon right there. Easy. Okay. So we'll just cut this one as well. This is another one. And then... So at first I thought, oh man, first-person space controls. This shit might be a little iffy to control. But the game actually handles decently well. So, you know. Nothing to complain about here. Yet. Yeah, that's more nanocarbon right there. I don't want to get this game now. This is exactly what happened to me as well. I wanted to... I saw somebody play this game, and I was like, this thing is kind of cool. Got more nanocarbon up here. This is probably attached, though. Yeah, I gotta get inside here. And unless there's a way in from the bottom, which there definitely isn't, we're gonna have to cut our way in here, I feel. Unless I can just rip this panel off. It does not seem like I can. So, how'd you find it? I just saw some people play it. Including, but not limited to, Northern Lion.
Object
There you go, that's the nanocarbon processed.
credits deposited.
I think I can't just rip this off, I'm gonna have to cut this. So what I do is I equip this thing. And I try to position myself quite nicely here. Actually, let's cut it like horizontally here. And by horizontally I mean vertically. Kind of like right at the edge. Kind of like so. There you go. And then we do the same thing on the other side. I mean, I'd probably have to cut all four sides anyway. But, you know. Rotate a bit. Head down a bit. There you go. That seems like a good cutting point right there. I don't think I can pull it off yet, can I? Nope, it's still attached. The aluminum is still attached. Could have guessed it being. It would be an L. I mean, of course. So, we gotta cut it horizontally as well. Let's head down a bit more, so we get a nice angle on this. Rotate a bit. That's like a perfect cut at the bottom, and then we do the same at the top. Stop. You stop on a dime. It's quite nice. There you go. Now this thing is certainly detached. Yeah, there you go. So this goes into the... There's something attached to it. So I actually kind of want to save this for a second. Hold on. There's something on this panel. What is this? It's a soft crate. Alright. That goes into the barge down below. And you go up.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
You go up into the furnace. So you're just made of aluminum. So you go up in here. Yeah, that'll end up in there. Eventually. I'm pretty certain. There's another soft crate in there.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
There goes the aluminum. I just gotta get another aluminum thing. Now the real question is, yeah, the top and bottom panel are made of hard carbon. What about the rest of this thing? The rest is just made of aluminum, right? Oh, there's another soft crate in there. I mean... You know where that goes? Right down here.
Salvage secured.
I might as well
Credit applied.
Might as well take as much as I can. So, let's check real quick. There's some structural things here. These are probably the ones attaching these side panels, I would guess. So let's cut these. Might as well get rid of them. There's another one right here. God knows what they're actually supporting, but, you know. There doesn't seem to be anything yellow left, so... That's a decent sign, I guess. Can I just push this away now? Not really. Can I push this now? Is this still all attached? This is still just, like, welded together or whatever. Fair enough, okay. I just want a laser slice for God's sake. Alright, let's do like a smart cut here. Let's cut off this bottom panel, I think. It seems like a good idea. Cause yeah. The fungi, how's it going? So what you do is you go in here, you swap to the cutter tool, line yourself up nicely with the top ledge there. Kind of just cut it. Maybe move over a little bit. There you go. And then you rotate it. You stop yourself. You rotate yourself a bit so you can get the nice vertical here. Just like that. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Oh, the music in this game absolutely slaps. I gotta give them that. There you go. I think that is now disconnected. Is it not? That's still connected? I guess it might be connected at the bottom here. The frame? What's this game? It's a game where you salvage ships in space. You cut them up, and then you salvage whatever's inside of them. Pretty straightforward concept, in my opinion. Let's just cut open that right there. That should be... Did that ledge not get cut perfectly? Was it slightly off? There you go, now it should definitely be. Is this still connected somewhere? Did I not cut this edge right? I guess I didn't. I guess this one didn't get cut perfectly. Okay, well, just try that again. There you go, now it's cut. Okay, so now we just gotta put this into the furnace, which is over there. So we grab this bad boy. And we just deposit it in the furnace. We just yeet that shit over there. And, yeah. That'll do. At least for this part. That's gonna end up in there, right? It's almost made it. There you go, it made it.
Material deposited.
Easy.
Nice job, Cutter. Now get back to your habs and your shift and spend them shiny new Lynx tokens on upgrading your gear. We've wrapped.
I could just cut up the rest of this, though, for more money, right? I mean, why wouldn't I? There's no reason not to. Let's just see, can I... Oh, this panel is loose. Okay, there you go. Hard carbon. Nanocarbon, whatever. That shit goes... somewhere. That shit goes into the reprocessor over there. There we go. Yeah, it's free to grab. So this stuff is also disconnected already. Perfect. So we're just putting you into the processor over there because we might as well. And then those are gonna end up in their places. I'm sure this one isn't disconnected yet. But what do we have left anyway? We've got some nanocarbon on these. Now if I was being very diligent, I'd get rid of those, obviously. But like, I'm not gonna. That finally got in there. Okay, cool. Yeah, these last two are still connected. But like, I think I can just toss this entire thing and put it into the furnace, right? Why not? The little bit of... That's probably why, because it just won't budge, it's too big. I can't move it because it's too massive. Right then. Well, I guess we're cutting. Partner. Okay, Kona. Let's set for a good cut here. That's a good cut in my book. That's a good cut in my book right there. Probably not loose yet though. Nope. We gotta cut a little more over yonder here. Head over a little bit more. There you go. Get the good angle here. Like that. I don't want to cut off too much. I'm losing out on potential profit by cutting off too much, you know? The damn music, dude. Surely that's gonna go in. It might hit the top of that. Not a big deal, though. I can redirect it. Go down a bit, and in you go. Look at this game so far? It's okay so far. Obviously, there's probably more to it, but I'm just completing the tutorial in its entirety because I can.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
There you go. I can put the rest of it in here now as well because it's not too heavy anymore. I might as well just yeet the shit in here as well. What could possibly go wrong? Exactly, that philosophy degree isn't gonna pay off itself. Come on, get in there. Oh, now it wants to... Yeah, because it's part hard carbon or part nanocarbon, part aluminum. But I don't care. I'm not gonna separate it that much. I do recycling, but not that much recycling. Come on, this is an American company. You can't expect me to do everything.
Deposit accepted.
There you go. That's a clean salvage job, if you ask me. That's a clean job. The goddamn music. Alright, so let's just end their shift. Oh, there was some titanium in there apparently. Oh well. Look, it's like not much at all that I wasted there. Not a big deal. Got a ton of money, so that's pretty good.
Well, congratulations on completing certification rank 2 there, Cutter. Now that you've proven you kind of know what you're doing out there, Lynx has a present for you. Go ahead and make your way to the equipment upgrade screen and let's
I'm
see.
ways ahead of you, Weaver.
Repeat after me, Cutter. Tethers are your friends. Let's select your next ship and head out into the yard to try them out.
He didn't say Weaver out though. View the ship catalog. I mean, there's only one, and it's the Mackerel, which is basically this ship, but you know, I guess that's just how things are. Yes, we will use this one. That's the point of this one.
Alright, Cutter. This here mackerel is stripped down, but there's still plenty there for us to sink our teeth into, such as how we're gonna deal with the pressurized area. But before we get into all that, let's try out your tethers. Your tethers are far stronger than the line on your grapple. Use them when you're trying to move objects that are much heavier than you are. Also, tethers stack.
pretty
If
cool.
you put 'em in the right place, that is.
So right click, place a tether. You gotta hold it. Well, I want the shit to go down here. Alright, he's going to the barge, yeah. So there you go. I can add more of them. They are significantly stronger. Placing these manually. Yeah, that's like almost impossible. These are some strong tethers.
Nice work, Cutter. Like I said, tethers are your friends. Once you get the hang of them, you can get pretty creative with how you use them. Alright, now for the fun stuff. And when I say fun, I mean incredibly dangerous. Next, we're gonna learn about pressurization. According to links, decompression events are the #1 cause of death, and as a result, cloning. Let's see if we can crack into this ship without making her pop. See that airlock over there? Let's go check it out. Alright, let's open up your scanner and see what we see.
Alright, I'm already on the airlock here. What now? Can I interact with it?
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Alright, then we just go in here and we repressurize it.
Using
There you go.
airlocks is always a good idea, but there may be times later when you encounter ships without functioning airlocks. We'll
Then
cross
what?
that bridge when we get there, Cutter. For now,
Alright.
let's get inside.
I'm inside, brother.
Alright, let's see if there's a way to depressurize this sucker. So we
I
can
wonder if
work
it's this bright, glowing blue thing that says activate.
If it's working,
Toggle
we'll find a way to
repressurization.
depressurize the room safely.
Oh, the frame rate doesn't like that one.
Violent decompression.
Oh, the frame rate didn't like that one at all.
Alrighty, I'm lighting up your work order with the rest of the objectives for this ship.
That was,
There she is,
an odd
the
one.
reactor. That's your meal ticket right there, Cutter. Alright, this one's pretty easy. She should just slide out of her coolant casing with a good yank from your grapple. But
Where's the
before you do
reactor?
that,
Oh, back there.
It's always a good idea to clear a path for her straight to the barge, because once you pull it, she starts melting down. And when it comes to reactors, you never know how many ticks you got till she goes boom.
Well, this is the reactor up here. I mean, yeah, fair enough. They want me to... Well, probably just cut open the bottom of the ship, right? That's probably the easiest way to get it out, because it has to go into the barge anyway. So, cutting open the bottom seems like a good idea. Let's get rid of these structural supports that we don't need. Bright lights, I know. No. Don't go too far. I need you. You are nanocarbon. I can use the tether, can't I? There you go. Just send it over there. Easy peasy. Might as well grab these boxes.
Object accepted for processing.
Send them down to the barge as
Credits
well.
deposited.
That's where they go. And then the idea is, we just grab the reactor, probably with a tether, and just yank that shit down here.
There you go.
Easy peasy.
Level achieved. License upgraded.
My guy's breathing so heavily, as if he just accomplished something extremely difficult, or, you know, scary. Think you can remove the tethers? Does it matter? I've got 1,000 available. I don't think it really matters, does it? This is titanium. This is supposed to go into the processor. And there's nanocarbon on the outside. I mean, perfect. Let's just send you to here. Look at it go. Look at it go, dude.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
How do I get things to be closer to me? I guess I gotta get closer to them. Fair enough. Go and get the soft crate down here.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
What is this? It's just a door. Can I rip that out? I cannot rip out this door console. Can I rip out the seats? I can! Yo! Easy. Oh god. You're navigating three-dimensional space when you actually have all three dimensions available.
Salvage deposit accepted.
A little odd.
Transferred.
Let me get closer to the seat so I can actually, like, you know, get nice up and close to it. So I can now just rip it all the way out here and yeet that shit down there.
Salvage secured. Account credit
And then what we do is we cut more of these. We've got another piece of nanocarbon that we can salvage. So we just grab this and send it over there. Might have to move it over a little bit so the tether can actually work. There you go, because of the, you know, the little walkway in the top of it.
Well,
There you go.
looks like you can manage on your own for a bit, which is good, because I just got assigned another worm on a salvage station on the other side of Earth Village. Just a reminder that your training amounts for O2, tethers, and fuel will be reset once you start your next shift. I'll be back to check in on you from time to time, but until then, remember this. Measure twice, cut once, and tethers are your friends.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep cutting up this ship, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I just keep cutting this place up? It's like easy money. These are all structural right here.
processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
As long as you don't have to start paying for your tethers. Yeah, dude. I mean, even if, what's the worst that could happen? We got a light in here. I'd love to rip that out and send it down here. Anything else in here that is
Salvage
worth ripping out
secured.
yet? Doesn't seem
Credits
like it.
deposited.
Let's go around and just tether this stuff in, so that way I don't have to worry about it. Just send it in there. Look at it go. Whoosh. Away it goes. This is a very calm and relaxing game for the most part, at least right now, yeah. Let's cut off this panel. Obviously there's a light on it, so rip that out. Send it down there. It worked.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And then we send this bad boy into there. Look at it go. Oh yeah, we've got the antennas as well. Let's rip those off. Those are pretty easy.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
You don't wanna move too quickly, I have a feeling. Otherwise you might screw things up horribly. That's where it goes. Over there. This is the easy part. It's just cutting stuff up and sending it down to where it's supposed to go. This is my type of game, bro. Just send shit where it goes. Okay, so let's look at... We've got some few more structural things here. We've got another reactor back here. Am I seeing that right? Just a thruster? There's no reactor in here. It's just a thruster cap. I can probably not move around. No, I've been surprised if I could. I could obviously cut these things. I mean, I could move the entire ship to the furnace, but it seems like a horrible idea. Because I have to process certain things in certain areas, and if I, you know, mess up, they punish me, probably. I don't know. So that's gone. That means this entire back part should be disconnected now. Shouldn't it? And at least the structural connection is gone. Right, we can get rid of this thing back here as well by cutting... Probably from the outside. Let's check from the outside. Yeah, there's these parts right here, I think. If I cut these, then I can potentially rip out this thruster. It already rips itself out, matter of fact. You're supposed to go into the processor? I mean... Off you go. Look at it go! Yo! Easy peasy. Valuable object? Poggers. I like to hear that. There's obviously these side panels. I'll probably have to cut into one of them to really get behind the wall here. But let's check what's over here. If there's anything in here worth cutting up. There's obviously this part of the ship. I might as well cut these. These cut points. That's what they're for. They're there to be cut, you know? They're literally just called cut points. And my god, they're bright. It's not dark out yet, so... You know, you don't have to avert your eyes, but... Does this mean, like, this entire part should be, like, disconnected now, technically? Or is it still structurally sound? I mean, these are all panels, but, you know... It might just still be structurally sound. So I'm actually gonna do something real quick. I hate that... Can you change the controls? You cannot adjust the controls. Never mind. I hate that the send is on C, and if I could bind it onto my thumb mouse button, that would be great. But as things are right now, I guess that's not an option yet. Okay, fair enough. I can get used to it, it's just, you know... It would be better if it wasn't like... Because I keep pressing control to descend even though it stops me. It's not a bad thing, you know, stopping is not like a terrible thing. I think what I want to do here, I want to somehow rip off this nanocarbon part of it, which would obviously be nice. I can definitely disassemble this better. There's more stuff to do here. I should cut off all this nanocarbon from here if I want to be really... And I mean, I gotta get rid of this door console somehow. Can I just, like, rip it off with a tether? Nope. That is not an option. How do I get rid of tethers? Isn't it like V? There you go, V gets rid of them. I remembered. I guess what we'll do then is we'll cut up... What if I use the airlock console here? The airlock console. Not like there's any pressure to drop in here anyway. Like, I would love to rip these out. I guess those are just part of the problem. Let's cut open this panel on this side, right? What we do is we go into this mode, we stop ourselves, we rotate a bit, and we want to be having this selected. then we just cut it like that. Yep, and then we do the same on the other end. So, like, right here. And then we do the same up top and down below. Kind of like so. And like so. There we go. Let's rip you out. Might as well even send you to where you're supposed to go using tethers. If you can. I guess we might have to move it up first so it can actually be tethered into the furnace. There you go. Goodbye. And now we can cut off all these panels out here.
Deposit accepted.
Also rip out these lamps and send them down to the barge. Just down this way.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Wasn't there another one in here somewhere? There it is. Give me that. Pardon me? Where did I send that light? I think I might have just glitched that one a little bit. Well, I'm sure it'll show up again. Eventually. Yeah.
Material deposited.
Scrap. Okay. Let's just cut these up. There's nothing there, so I cut this one as well. There should be these panels disconnected, right? They're basically just entirely made out of nanocarbon, aren't they? Like this entire thing should just be sent in here. Apparently I didn't disconnect. I meant to disconnect this. There you go. There you go. We do the same with this one. If I just add more to make it go a little faster. I've got infinite tethers right now, I might as well.
Credits deposited.
There you go. Now to rip apart this one right here. Got a little bit more cutting to do. Lots of structural parts can be cut. And that will be cut. Alright, the cutter can overheat if you cut too much. Gotta be a little careful. Not to let that happen, necessarily. Don't be too eager on the cutting. Where's the fucking... It's down here? Okay. I don't even know about this panel.
Account credit applied.
Hopefully this one's not disconnected yet. There's some part somewhere that hasn't disconnected yet. There's a lamp in here though. You know I want to rip that one out. Because I can. And send it. Okay. So this part should be disconnected.
Credits transferred.
I think this part should be disconnected. What if I just tether it? Yeah, there you go. Getting ripped out. Let's check these other parts as well. Again, this entire section up here should actually be disconnected already. I just send that down to there.
Object accepted for processing.
Yep, there you go. That entire section is also gone. Lovely. You love to see it. Look at it go. So this section with the airlock. I don't know how we're gonna disconnect this from the ship. I mean, obviously I could cut it. Could cut out everything. Nope. That's not gonna work, huh? I don't know where this is connected to. All the structure frames are aluminum, so that's nice. Let's cut up the other side as well then. We gotta get to the other side. Get that out, and then... Something back here I haven't... What about this panel? This panel should be disconnected. Does not seem to be. But it should be. And I don't know why it is not. Like, this stuff is all totally disconnected. Theoretically. So I'm a little confused. But oh well. I guess tethering it could work, but... I don't like it's a mixed part, so I don't want to mess things up too bad, you know? This seems like a decent cut. You know, you want to work a little bit quicker as well. You don't want to spend the rest of your goddamn life cutting up this single spaceship. I mean, I have as much time as I need for this one. But, you know. I can speed things along a little bit. Why wouldn't I? So you go in there. Goodbye, Mr. Aluminum Panel. You have served me well.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
And we've got cut points. Keep cutting all of them, baby. It's so bright, though. Oh, that's cinematic frame rate, too. Right, this thing overheats. Need to watch out for that. This thing likes to overheat. That's all the ones on that side done. Let's do the ones over here as well. Yeah, like, I feel like I will have limited tethers in the future. But, oh jeez, the closer you get to it, the worse your frame rate gets. But I guess it's just because it's drawing a lot of particles. Like, Jesus. Okay, that's all of these gone. Let's rip out these lamps. Where the hell is the barge? It's down this way. There you go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh yeah, this part is disconnected. Look at that. The front of the ship is disconnected. Officially. Disconnected. Yes, I will rip out the lamp. You can't stop me.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Is there anything else here? What the hell is this? Utility key. Mine now! Yoink! Yoink! My key now. Yeah, they should add the Gmod gravity gun control so you can adjust the distance. You are not wrong. That would be a great thing. So now I should just be able to yoink these panels off and just send them over there. One by one. Or all at once, really. Doesn't matter. Gotta connect to this. Connect that to there. Take this one. Send it. Connect this one. And send it. There you go. That's all the panels gone. All the hard carbon, that is. Most of it, at least. Can actually move this part now. Which, okay. So I just gotta cut off this hard carbon and then that would be pretty nice. Maybe they'll tell me how to control the distance on the gun. Later down the line. Who knows? Considering this is still like the tutorial ship, you know? Maybe they haven't thought about that technology yet. I feel like I want to cut off this part with like the airlock, so I can just yeet the entire frame into the furnace at once, so I don't have to like bother cutting off all these little panels, right? Because like the little bits of hard carbon on it or titanium, they don't really bother me that much. They don't bother me, but like this big panel of nanocarbon, I kind of want that to be disconnected. But I have a feeling, you know, it won't just go off easily. There's nothing structural keeping it in place either, which is the weird thing. Not like anything structural is keeping this thing in place. The same goes for like the front and the back of the ship here, like the cockpit. What is the deal with this place? Anything on the structural kind in here? Not really. Kinda gotta rip out these computer terminals, I guess. And send them down there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Now there you go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Shouldn't this panel be also loose? Because there's like nothing keeping it in place, really? Shouldn't this technically come off? Shouldn't I be able to like just do this? Yeah, there you go. I can just rip this entire panel over there. Cool. That opens that up a bit. That's nice. It seems the top panel is also in a similar vein.
Valuable object processed.
Valuable
Credits
object process.
deposited.
Yeah, because I've already ripped off the other side too. So can I just like take this and move it there? Or is that going to move everything? It's going to move the whole thing. I don't want that. You stay here with me, don't move too much. So what's keeping this stuff connected then? Must be something that's in here. But I don't know what. I mean, obviously there's glass here that goes into the furnace. There's another computer terminal that I might as well get rid of. It's a 9-kilogram computer. Goddamn.
Salvage secured. Account
Can I rip off the air conditioning unit? Nope. Can't rip that out. Rip out all these lights. Boom. Send it there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Storage bins. Yeah, I'm getting these out of here as well.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
You go down there. This game looks interesting. Is it good? I mean, so far, I'm only playing the, like, tutorial ship here, so I can just mess around with the mechanics and get used to it. But I'm having a blast so far, just cutting shit up and grabbing storage bins out of the spaceship and sending them down to the barge. From what I've seen other people play this game, it looks pretty good. The real question becomes... do I just... I want to really separate the carbon from the aluminum here, but I have no idea how I'm going to do that, because it's all, like, in one piece. It's all, like, connected and shit. I guess I'll have to cut something. I just gotta think of what I want to cut here. Isn't it that the entirety of America's turned into a desert? You're right! Yeah, we're, like, above the Americas here, and that's North America right there. I even have Florida. I mean, the perspective might make it a little bit harder. There you go, now I don't have to turn my head. Yep, that looks like North America to me. Interesting. Okay, well... I also still have to figure out how to separate this airlock. I guess my best bet would be to just cut it. To just be like, cut out the airlock and then just take the loss on it or whatever. So just be like, hey. If I can cut something of it. That would be perfect. And get all these structural panels out here and stuff. Like, what if I went over here? Stop. What if I went over here, rotated a bit, and then just cut this? Kind of cuts it like that. And I cut the top part of it too. Like that. And then bottom part of it, obviously. Like here. Surely that should get rid of some of the connection, right? And then I descend a little bit and do the same down here. Ah, there you go. That's a panel of hard carbon or nanocarbon and a little bit of aluminum that are simply not separate anymore. You know what? I can live with it. I can live with a little bit of aluminum being stuck to this one. There's not much I can do about it. But that seems to be the way to do this here. We destroyed a little bit of aluminum, so be it, you know? Can I grab this part? No. Can I grab this part? Is this part like disconnected now? What is still connected? Is it up there? Like, this is clearly not connected. I guess what I can do is I can position myself very nicely in this crawl space here. And, try to rotate myself in a way where I can actually kind of just, like, cut here. So just stop and then just, like, make it somewhat perpendicular. And just cut and see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? You know what? Fuck it. We're sending the whole fucking frame. We're sending the whole fucking frame down to the furnace. We're sending the whole thing to the furnace dimension. I don't care anymore. I've had enough. This little bit, I don't give a shit. Go in there. I'm gonna get so much from all the aluminum that the little bit of money I might not make from the nanocarbon doesn't really bother me at all. So that's with the cockpit and the rear of the ship here. Look at it go. It's a lot of aluminum, dude. And a little bit of nanocarbon, who cares? My lord. There it goes. Yeah, I think this is mostly just nanocarbon, isn't it? Panel nanocarbon. This is basically entirely made of nanocarbon. Nanocarbon, nanocarbon, nanocarbon. The beam in the middle is titanium, which also goes into the processor anyway. And then... I don't think there even is any aluminum in here. Yeah, this entire thing can just go into the processor. So, just send it. Right over there. Off you go. I like how it says no smoking. That's very, you know... Very, very important to make that distinction there. So this place has a little bit of aluminum. Most like the structural frames. And then a little bit of nanocarbon as well.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
I guess it's taking its sweet time with that one. So I could separate all this. But it's basically just an assessment of how much mass is there. You got the glass and the aluminum, which goes into the, you know... Glass and the aluminum, which goes into the smelter, and then you've got a bit of nanocarbon out on the outside that should go into the processor. But disconnecting it is a pain in the ass. A lot of things you'd have to do to disconnect it. There's a lamp here, I guess I'll... grab that and send it down to here. But...
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
You know what? I don't care. Send it. Send it. The glass and the aluminum are totally worth it, I'm telling you. Look at it go. I did this. And that's the entire ship gone, essentially. I do want to see it actually finish evaporating.
Valuable component destroyed. Penalty applied.
Yeah, it considers the, you know, nanocarbon valuable. I know. I know. But also, there's a lot of aluminum. I thought the mass of aluminum is technically higher. So I assumed it's probably better to just smelt it. There's glass in there as well. You know, I don't know how much that's worth yet. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how bad it is. Can I cut up my home place? Can I cut it up and just be like, yep, that's it? I want to sell this as well. You know, $1 billion debt for that. Dude, I got 2.3 million off just salvaging this entire thing correctly. Look at that. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff destroyed and stuff, but overall, you know, turned out pretty well. I mean, that fucking reactor alone gave me 500 grand. We're building off that fucking debt, brother. Good morning, Shipbreaker. Yep, that's my current debt, alright. Can I afford to upgrade some stuff? I need 150 for Stinger range, okay. What does this have? Grapple range, grapple strength, maximum tethers 15. I mean, I'd love to have a little bit more grapple strength. I feel like that's probably a good thing. Faster thrusters, obviously not a bad idea either. Cross spectrum scanner. Object mode, that seems like it could be pretty useful. Let's unlock that, and then let's go and unlock the grapple strength as well. There you go. Let's get those going. Alright. Start shift, I guess. I mean, I'm done with this ship. I could even continue to salvage it if I wanted, but, you know. Let's look at the catalog and let's see what we have. So this is the most valuable one. If I only get 1 day on it. So this is where the game actually gets interesting. You only get a certain amount of time, a limited amount of time to actually work on the ships. As far as I understand, maybe? This is a different one from these types. These are all identical. So the real question is, which one do I want? I don't know. Change the difficulty of ships by... No. I guess, yeah, if I get higher ranks. This is the easy one. Let's go for the free day one just to be safe. Company ship will clear the salvage bay of your existing ship. All remaining salvage will be forfeit billings. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Claim that one. Let's just do this one. Let's see what we have here.
Alright, Cutter. Now that you've completed your training, you're only about 1 billion credits away from paying off your debts and links. I know the thought of making 10,000 credits...
I get 10 tethers, by the way.
...1 billion sounds impossible right now, but I can assure you it is within your reach, if you put in the work.
But this thing is pressurized.
The DNA to be a great salvager one day. Literally. Your report here says your blood work confirmed ideal genetic makeup, physique, intelligence, and psychological profile for the position of Shipbreaker. I'm guessing that means Lynx thinks you're less likely to blow yourself up. Let's see if they're on to something. Complete your work order and return here to your hab.
Let's cut off the engines first, because these are probably worth something.
That reactor. One false move and you're a goner. And a whole lot of credits poured.
You know what? I'll just use the tethers for these. I don't care. These are like perfect tether usages. Yeah, just get these engines down there. So I gotta find the airlock on this bitch. There it is. So I can depressurize it. So I can actually head, you know, head inside.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
We're in, baby. There's the air conditioning unit.
Air
Turn off the
levels
pressure.
increasing.
Alright, so there is a reactor in here. Obviously you want to get rid of that as easily as possible. So cutting up the bottom of the ship seems like a great idea here. Let's just cut everything that's cuttable. This is a panel that goes into the processor. Move it down a bit. And then actually just do this to get it out of here. So now the reactor is... It's got a clear shot. I can just be like, hey,
Valuable object processed.
get that shit out of here.
Credits deposited.
Look at it go. Easy peasy.
Goal complete. Additional goals remaining.
Alright, they want me to salvage a power cell and a bunch of nanocarbon metal. I mean, okay. What is this? It's just extra oxygen or something? Alright, fair enough. Health kits. I guess I don't want to use the oxygen just yet. Is this fuel? Alright, it fills that back up again. Want to find a corpse and you're just chilling? That would be pretty bad, yeah. Data drive. Give me that shit. They want me to salvage power cells. Where are those is the question. Probably somewhere inside the walls, if I had to guess. You know what? Where's the hole I cut into the bottom of this? Should be back here, right? Yeah, it's back here. So let's just cut open the entire bottom of it, like we did with the last ship, because this seems to be easy for this one. And then I can just yeet everything into the places it belongs. Like these panels can just come off easily. Probably rip off this crate though, so it doesn't go where, or like a place it doesn't belong. Again, this all goes into the processor. I could use my tethers for this, but I do want to save those a little bit for potentially heavier stuff. This stuff isn't as heavy, so I can still orient it mostly by myself. What is this? It just looked red for no reason. They just send that shit in there. There you go. That'll do itself. Yeah, I do have an oxygen meter, which is obviously something to keep in mind. So all of these go into the barge anyway. I might as well just grab these soft crates. Put them down here.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Account credit applied. Hog Gers. You know what? Give me that light. It's going down here as well.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I'd love to grab this crate, maneuver it through here, and send it down there. I'll disconnect all these crates from their things. What was the reactor again? It was up in this, right? So let's start cutting. That's our job. Cutting. That thing's disconnected. Pretty good. That's disconnected. Pretty good. Just move these out of here. Move them to where they belong. I'd love to position myself in a way where I can actually make it go where it's supposed to go. There you go. That should be good. I'm gonna do the same with this one. Just rip it out and send it over.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Come on, get down a bit. And get sent. A bunch of nanocarbon salvaged. These crates are basically free money. What is this? A junction box? It is electrically charged. So watch out for that. Don't get hit by it.
Salvage secured. Credits
I have lost all orientation. There you go. This is where I'm supposed to look. So again, I can just rip out all these lights.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
And just get rid of those.
Salvage deposited.
And then we start cutting all the structural parts, because that's what we do.
Scudder, make your way back to the
Right,
You're up two. Blue ain't your color.
I'm a little low on O2. That is true. Let me fill up that O2. Good thing that at least the game warns me about it. Still haven't found a power cell, but I'm assuming it's probably hidden somewhere behind some panels or some shit. Activate terminal. So,
Welcome to Vintage 9000. Thank you for
so just buy some oxygen. There you go. Hey, I got oxygen again. It's easy. Problem solved. Music suddenly stopped, but you know, it's fine. It's fine, I guess. I didn't want to hear banging tunes anyway while working. It's cool. It's cool. Anything else structural that I can cut here easily? I mean, might as well cut this, alright? Yeah, don't worry, I won't let it overheat. It's fine. There's another little crate in here.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter. We wrap.
Credits deposited.
I'll grab the seats as well. There you go. Just rip that shit out right there. There you go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
So, rip out these bins, I guess? Actually, those bins are probably worth less than computers. Probably
Salvage
rip out the
secured.
computers.
Account credit applied.
That might be helpful.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
That's again just free, easy money.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I still have no idea where the power cell is, by the way. No clue. But because we're gonna have to assemble this anyway, let's just cut into the side panel here and see what we're working with. I should go up a little bit. Make this cut a little easier. There you go. Rip that shit out. And send it. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't send a separate. What is this? That's a fuel tank.
Deposit accepted.
I think I gotta handle this one with a little bit of care. He says as he bumps it against everything. We're not bumping it at high forces, though. I've got to get this shit out of here, please. You go into the barge, my friend. Right down there. Where's the fuel cell or whatever? That I'm looking for the power cell. Is this the power cell? That's a coolant tank. I mean, I'll just rip that out. Hold on. I position myself here. Stop. Let go of it. Get closer to it. Grab it again. Nope. I gotta stop before I grab it. We have to just rip this thing through here. And send it out. There you go. That way I don't have to worry about it too much. There we go.
Salvage
Got no idea where the power cell
no
is
credit applied.
at all. Doesn't seem to be in this crawl space, that's for sure. The lights? I don't know. I'll just start cutting, dude. I'll just start cutting everything that I can cut.
1 minute left, Cutter. Time to start wrapping things up. We
What do you mean, wrap up? I'm just getting started, brother.
Hey, Cutter. I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your rotation.
Right, I should probably not have let the thing overheat, huh? That would have been a better idea. My bad. My bad. My oxygen's also low. You know what? Fuck it, I'm ending the shift. Fine. I'm ending the shift. Time would probably run out before I run out of oxygen anyway, but you know what? If I don't have to damage my equipment for no reason, I won't do that. Take me to church, aka home. There you go, time's up. $1 million just like that. Half of that comes from the fucking reactor. Those computer terminals, definitely worth picking up. Apparently I destroyed one of the antennas. Okay. Didn't really notice, but okay. There's interest. And there's like, right, there's fucking rent you have to pay as well. Okay. So, that's just wonderful. The cutters could use a little repair. I think the grapple's still fine. I don't have any points to spend really, at least not enough. I gotta find that power cell. Continue salvaging. Yeah, let's continue salvaging the existing ship. Right, my fuel is still only half. I'll worry about that later. When the fuel starts beeping on me or when it goes pretty low, then I'll worry about it. Is this a disconnected panel? The cargo hatch, and it's supposed to go to the barge. Right. A lot of things are disconnected here. Okay, hold on. I remember, I disconnected all of these. You're a nanocarbon panel. You're gonna head over. To here. Please, for the love of God. Let's go over here. All you have to do. It's all I want you to do. Whatever's don't reset either. Yeah. I'm tempted to just use them, to be honest.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
This is an aluminum panel. That goes in here. The furnace. Cargo hatch goes in the barge. Nanocarbon. Over here. Cargo hatch goes down. Pretty heavy. 420 kilograms. That's gonna go down. There you go.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
And then we have all these nanocarbon panels as well. With lights on them. I should rip the lights out. Because I can. It's extra points, and it's
Salvage
easy to
deposit
do.
accepted. Credits transferred.
Don't drift off into space. You want to go down there. And now I might as well use my tethers for these because
Credits deposited.
while I have them, I might as well use them. And these are like the perfect things to use them on because they're fucking heavy as shit. And also, I don't have to worry about what's in them because they're completely made of nanocarbon. So I just send them down there. And that's this entire side of the ship dealt with, essentially. I just gotta find that power cell now, wherever that is. Probably inside the other wall here, I want to bet. So let's cut in. Just cut in.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Let's just cut in here, baby. Do you think this is multiplayer? I mean, it doesn't have it yet. It's only single player now. But this is definitely a game that could lend itself to be decently well in multiplayer, I feel. Depending on how much you want to grief other people. This could lend itself decently well to some multiplayer. I don't doubt that. I'm gonna have to rip you out, aluminum panel, please. I would like you to go up and around. Are you slicing, son? And then head over to the furnace. That should go in. See if I can find that the power cell that I'm being told about by the game. There's another fuel tank in here. I mean, I'll gladly grab that. So I think the entire rear of the ship is now disconnected.
Salvage
What's it made out of?
account credit
Mostly nanocarbon, it seems. I think all the outside is made of nanocarbon. What about the inside? We got titanium, which also goes in the processor. We got the thruster, right? The thruster has to go elsewhere. Let's get the thruster out. That has to go in the barge. How am I gonna get this out? Oh, you're asking the right questions. I don't know. Because I definitely want to just yeet this entire end piece into the processor. And send this to the processor. I guess I can then take the thruster out the back. That's probably how I'm supposed to do it, honestly. Send this bad boy in there. That should go in. I'm pretty confident it will. And then I guess I should be able to maneuver this thing out somehow.
valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Just like, you know, like that. Oxygen critical? Okay, hold on. That thing's gonna be fine. I'll grab that in a minute. I've gotta refill my oxygen. And also my fuel while I'm at it. I'll be fine. I'll be completely okay. I'll have enough of both, but I'll definitely have to refill them. So let's refill the oxygen and the fuel. I could get some more tethers. I keep hitting escape by accident, and it keeps stopping the music. I could get some more tethers, I guess, but I still have 3. I don't really have to. Well, I just bought them anyway. How do I get out of this? Tab? There you go, tab. Just a reflex for me to be like, I gotta hit escape to get out of it. No, you gotta just hit tab. Something end up that's not supposed to end up down here? Maybe some panels ended up down there accidentally? I guess. I didn't mean for those to go there, obviously. I guess they must have just accidentally gone there. But this entire thing This entire thing can now go into the processor. Over there. Because that's entirely processable. Where did the thruster go? Brother, I have no idea. Down here? Is this it? This is it, isn't it? That is it. You're going in the barge.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Yeah, that shit's gonna
Credits
go in there.
transferred.
Tether helped a lot. I'll do the rest. I'm launching myself more than I'm launching it. It's so heavy. Yeah, this is the type of stuff that you definitely use tethers for. But that should go in by itself over time. For the rest of the day, let's just cut some stuff up here. Get rid of these panels.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
It seems to be a pretty good strategy to just cut off the rear of the ship like that and just send it. Yeah, we got a key. You know, a coolant tank. Is this is the power cell, okay. I think it's gonna be easier to just get rid of all these side panels. And then send these things down. How much are lights worth? I don't think they're worth that much. They're like a 150 each or something. They're really not that worthwhile. I mean, obviously if I can avoid the penalties, because I don't know what the penalties actually are, that's great and all, but I don't have to worry about them as my major concern. If I see them, I'll just rip them off, like if they're easy to get rid of. But let's see, okay, can I just rip this off? Yes, I can. Okay, so that panel is disconnected. We might as well send it in there. You think you don't use fuel as the crawl space? I don't know. Maybe not. This thing disconnected? Right, no, this is the
Valuable object processed.
airlock, isn't it?
Credits awarded.
Let me just open that up. So I can go through it easier. This one should be disconnected though, shouldn't it? Maybe not? Yes, not. Oh no, it's not, because I never cut these.
You got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. We were out.
Just gotta salvage that power cell. I'll cut these for now, and then I'll worry about that power cell in a minute. Oxygen is also getting a little low. Let me just rip that light out. And send it down there. So the
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
what's its face? Power cell's in here. Let's grab that. And salvage that so we can get the work order done. And then worry about the rest of the stuff.
Certification goal is complete.
For instance, this should be disconnected now.
Additional goals still remain.
Shouldn't it? Didn't I just disconnect this part? This part should be... Yeah, it's knocked free. There you go. We just grab it, and we send it in there. Off it goes. And then we ought to just do the same on this side. Yeah, oxygen is critical. I'm aware. I am very much aware.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Just go in here again. Maybe grab that coolant tank. I might as well, right? Where'd I send it? Down here? I've lost orientation. No. Down this way. Before it completely breaks. And then we'll end the shift.
Salvage secured.
That
No
O2...
credit applied.
That O2 be low, dude. Game seems rolling. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. It's already been almost 2 hours. It certainly doesn't feel like it has. I mean, I could just grab more oxygen. I do have 2 more minutes, so I don't really have to end the shift yet. So... let's just grab some. Oxygen. There you go. Easy peasy. Maybe a little bit of a waste of money. Yes, I am aware. The best I can do, though. So this panel has also come loose. As have both of those, which is pretty nice. Let's organize these. Let's check what these are. These are completely made of nanocarbon. There's nothing here. There's a lamp here that can go down to the barge. And then this thing can go in here. This thing is probably also entirely made of nanocarbon. There isn't even a lamp in it. But it's a heavy piece. It's almost 2 tons. So obviously, we're using a tether for it. There you go. And then the same obviously for this part as well. We're sending this away. There we go. And that's the ship stripped down pretty well, if you ask me. That's it stripped down pretty well. So now we can disconnect this cockpit as well.
Carter, we're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this shift.
Credits awarded.
See, there you go. So this is disconnected now. And let's just start doing like the menial shit, like ripping out these. That's a good thing you can do in the last minute. Before your time runs out. Just rip out stuff like these bins.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
God knows what was inside of those.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
No, 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 I want this lamp. Please! Well, it's gone, whatever. Time's up. I made another 1.3 million. Brother! Yeah, that thruster made us a lot of money. And that power cell as well. We're at 0.1% interest. And that is still almost $100,000. 0.01% interest. 0.01%. That is ridiculous. I think that was a good... Well, I don't really have to repair this just yet. Do I have enough upgrade? I have 182 upgrade tokens. I could upgrade the range on this. I could give myself more tethers. I need more for that anyway. Thruster speed? Or fuel capacity? Let's get thruster speed. Start shift. I mean, I have another day on this, right? How much ever I can take as long as I want on this, it seems. I don't know why it says 3 days. Is that just like the shift length? I don't know. I guess I can just take as long as I want on this. Because it says nowhere whether or not, you know, I've got to be worried about the time running out. Really, the tough part about this one is now it is the light. The tough part about this one is now just how do I process the rest of this, because this is where things get a little iffy.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Because the cockpit is like a like a connected thing, and I've got to separate the hard carbon from the
Count credit applied.
aluminum and the glass. And I don't know if I have to cut for that or what I gotta do. But this is hard. This is all nanocarbon. There's a bit of glass in between it, obviously.
Credits deposited.
Like the whole thing is connected, so nothing structural connecting it to the rest of the ship. So again, this part, I've got to disconnect the airlock as well. And I have honestly no clue about how I want to go about that. This is an aluminum panel, so can I just cut this? Like several parts, that's the problem. Makes it a little annoying. There's nothing structural to cut the airlock out of, which is annoying. But what if I just yeet the entire frame into the furnace? Because the rest of it is all aluminum. It's all aluminum. There's just a bit of hard carbon on the outside here and a bit of stuff that should go into the barge, obviously. It might just be worthwhile throwing this shit out. I just have to separate this from the aluminum. If only I knew how to do that. There's no easy way of doing it. I'd say like this, of the 8 tons of this, the nanocarbon makes up like 700 kilos? So worst comes to worst. Yeah, maybe if I upgrade the strength of my cutter I can disassemble it, that's true. You know what, I think this is totally worthwhile. I'll just yeet the frame. Oh yeah, there's this part as well. This piece of nanocarbon. I cannot move this by myself. I need a tether for this. So you're going in there. And then I'll just... Ah, there's a fucking lamp on it. Well, the lamp's gone. And then we're just sending this frame in here. Because I think the money I'll get out of it is going to be more than the money I'll lose for not processing this tiny bit of nanocarbon. It'll do its thing. And then we just gotta figure out this cockpit. And I'm thinking cutting the glass might actually be what's holding this whole thing together. So I might just have to cut the glass. So what I do is I go for the cut. I position myself correctly. Alright, the center here. I'll cut the glass like this. And like so. I'm probably at the top and the bottom too, now I think about it. Probably want to cut it right there. And also like right here. And then I just... Surely this is disconnected now. Did one of the cuts mess up? This cut didn't go. Okay. I see. I mean, it was an odd angle. I'll give it that. There you go. Now the glass is disconnected. I can pick this piece up. It's only 92 kilograms. That's pretty cheap. I can move that manually. Probably shatter it too. Oh, it didn't get shattered.
Credits deposited.
So the real question is now, is the nanocarbon separate from the rest of this ship now? It does not appear to be the case. So I think I'll have to cut it like right here as well. I think this is a cutting point. Oxygen is critical. I hate it. Let's refill. I guess let's refill. Oxygen. I don't really need tethers right now, so I won't bother. I know the work order is complete, but I want to get more out of it. Alright. The frame tether probably disconnected after a while. Fair. Absolutely fair. But that means I'm gonna have to attach another one. And hopefully have it continue working. For some reason that one didn't want to work that much. I'll attach a better one. That should work. I'll pull all of that in. What I'm thinking here is that I probably... this thing's already being a little glitchy. That I probably have to disconnect the aluminum panel from the inside here. I have to disconnect all of them, so I have to do it with this one as well. So, and position ourselves here. Do that one. And then do this one as well. Kind of like that. And then maybe that's enough? I don't know. Maybe? Does this connect the... Yeah, it got rid of like 700 kilograms of nanocarbon, but look at all the aluminum. And the scrap. There's so much of it. So much of it. Tons of it. I think that's totally worthwhile. I have no other idea how I would disconnect this, right? It is a mysterium to me. I guess what I can do is I can just rip out these panels. Alright, I guess that's what I'll do for the rest of my time here. I'll just cut these up. Whichever way I like them. And, there we go. I think if I cut this one here, I don't know if it's already loose actually. Is it already loose? Oh, I guess it is. The door console has finally come loose as well. How in the world am I gonna get you out of here now? I guess from the outside? That's probably an easier way, yeah. $83 kilograms of aluminum going that way.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Get out of there. Go over there. Easy peasy. What's this like weird oxygen tank here? It's a bottle. A bottle that goes in the furnace? Dude, I have to check. Doesn't even notify me for that one. Can't believe it.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
Yeah, if my oxygen or whatever runs out, I will not bother refilling it. I will just end the shift now. Because these little bits and pieces are just bonuses. Eventually, like, it's not really worth working on anymore. And spending extra money on oxygen and all that. Alright, I gotta cut the bottom as well. Should cut the from the inside, actually. I'm wasting a bunch of stuff here by not doing it from the inside. Look at all that aluminum I'm wasting by doing it from the outside. We're doing it from here. A lot more stuff to be had. Let's yeet that one in there.
Material
And,
deposited.
wherever the other one went, there it is. I wish to process this. I know my oxygen is critical. That's why I'm only yeeting this and then I'm getting out of here. Honestly, if I had a tether, I'd just send the rest of this in there. But, you know. Such is life. Life is cruel. You can't always have everything work out. Shift's over, dude. I still made a decent chunk there. Alright, yeah, obviously that day I didn't make a whole lot, so that was actually already just a loss. Now we know. Now we know that that's not worth going for. There's no point in going for that anymore. Let's definitely repair this, because it is getting low. Probably could have still lasted me a little more, but yeah. And let's just start shift. So yeah, I can continue working on it if I want to, but I want a new ship because that one is not worth it anymore. So I guess the amount of days is just like how long your shifts are, if I had to guess. This one's worth a lot and you get long shifts. Yeah, let's do this one. You get long shifts, and it's worth a whole lot. So, naturally...
All right, Cutter. This here's another macro. Just a little history lesson for you. The entire macro class was
I just did this again. I pressed escape again. Alright. Let's start with the usual stuff. So, you know, start by grabbing the antenna. Yeeting it down here. You know, cut off the, engine. And send that down as well. So those are basically free money. Do I have work orders for this? Salvage the reactor, salvage power cell, nanocarbon, metal. Okay, well, I mean, that's straightforward. Now we gotta do the airlock? Of course. Of course. I'm just doing the outside stuff of the ship right now because it's easy to do. And then I'll look for the airlock right somewhere. There it is. And then we'll depressurize this bitch and get to working.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
The air is stagnant in here. Turn this bad boy off. I don't need no air. What do we have now here? We've got hard crates. We've got a bunch of thruster fuel. That's nice. I can grab this stuff when I need it. Obviously, I'll grab the repair kits and the health packs. I guess I don't really want to use those unless I get it damaged, actually. Yeah, let's start with the usual. Let's start with the reactor, right? So this is the song and dance we've done time and time before. You cut off this panel. You send it to the processor. Preferably via a tether, because it's easier. And then when this is gone, because this is directly above the barge, you just... 1? 2. Goodbye. Reactor. Dealt with. Very, very easy. Arguably the easiest part of this whole organization. And then let's get rid of the tail of the ship first, because this stuff is also pretty easy, it turns out. You just cut these 4 little points here. Then you get rid of the thruster. Right, don't let the thing overheat, for the love of God. You get rid of the thruster, which isn't even connected this time around, so all I can do is just rip this thing off. The thruster nozzle, thruster cap, whatever. Send it to the processor over yonder. And rip out the thruster as well.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Which goes into the barge down below. Down you go. Down you go. And then the rest of the rear here is already disconnected, I think. Just off the back of that alone. So,
Salvage
you know,
secured. Account credit applied.
I don't think there's anything else in here that I really have to worry about. Yeah, it's already disconnected, as you can tell. There's fuel tanks in there, but they're not in the rear of the ship, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think I can actually just take this part and just move it if I wanted to. But all of it goes into the processor usually. I believe. The entire thing is just made of nanocarbon, so all I have to do is just... if I can move it, I should, obviously. I'll worry about it later. I'll worry about it later. Let's do the easy stuff, like disconnecting all this stuff. Picking up the keys. Getting all these boxes and putting them where they belong. I think it's going to be easier to just cut off the panels. Just rip them all out. Grab the repair kit. Because I can. Got oxygen tanks in here, don't we? Yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. Saves me a bunch of time. If I get rid of all these pounds at the bottom, sending stuff out of the ship is going to be way easier. So I don't have to worry about it too much. I can just send these, and I'll use tethers for these, because actually they're not that heavy, are they? They're only 400 kilos. 600. This should be doable without tethers. I can save those for the real heavy stuff. Oh, don't go into the wrong thing. Yeah, maybe I should have used tethers on these. I'll use tethers on these. They are a little heavy, I guess. So you're going in there. Come on. I have to rip you down a bit.
Valuable object
There you go.
credits deposited.
Just have to rip them down a bit. You as well, and then you go in there like that. And would you look at that? Now we've got free reign to just rip all this stuff out. Send it down there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's start with everything that goes in the barge now. Just gets sent straight down.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
What's it saying that the reactor is damaged? It's already... doesn't matter, dude. It's already deposited. Who cares?
Salvage secured. Account
Rip out
credit
that
applied.
lamp. Rip out these crates. A little heavier, obviously, but doesn't matter.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, can I rip these out? I can. Okay, that's nice. Get rid of that then. AC goes out as well. This lamp, an easy toss. And then we can do the same with the ceiling panels as well. So we send the ceiling panels away, because these are only connected by these. They're pretty easy to get rid of. Right, don't overheat your fucking cutter. For the love of God. I'll worry about the cockpit in a minute. What I will do is I'll grab this data drive though. Whoops. I'll grab it though. There you go. And grab this out. Send that down as well. I'll grab these, all these, and send them to the barge, I guess.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So many fuel tanks, dude. Might as well grab one. Right now. Why not? Give me this. Eat that shit. There you go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Account credit.
What else do we have in here? Power junction box? Yeah, that's getting recycled.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Got a very broken computer. Because I wasn't very careful. Pardon me! My nose suddenly got really itchy. Oh, Jesus.
Applied.
Oxygen critical? Yeah, I'll have to refill that. There's not much I can do about it. I have to refill this. Simple as. No, 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 no. I wish to interact with this. Please, please, please. Oxygen. There you go. No idea what any of those are supposed to be useful for. Yet. My peanut brain doesn't understand that yet. What I do understand is I see some panels that I cut loose a minute ago. And understand that they're supposed to go in here.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Come on. Just go down there. That should be good. That's a good course. This can get ripped out
Salvage deposit.
and
Credits transferred.
tethered into here. Off it goes. And then this should be disconnected as well, shouldn't it? Oh, maybe I haven't cut those yet. I have indeed forgotten to cut these. Ow, my face. There's a lamp on it, I guess. Oh. Eat that shit.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I guess I'll send that away. And then we know that this rear part is also completely able to get processed. So... Right, that's where the fuel tanks are, though. So I gotta watch out for those. So they are actually attached to this.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I gotta wait for this to move a little bit more. Can move it with my own body. Just so I can rip out this fuel tank. Don't have to worry about it too much. There you go. And then I can be like, hey, all this stuff? Processor time.
Salvage secured. Account credit
Just attach
applied.
this to there. And off it goes. It'll struggle a bit, because this is heavy, and that tether didn't work, so... That is just wonderful. So I guess I'll have to buy some more tethers. That won't happen today, though. In-game, that is. That will not happen in this shift. I'll just grab these PCs and send them to the barge, and then that's about it for time for what I can do with this one.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I don't know why there's a health bar floating there. It's not like there is anything there to be attached to, but, you know. That's fine, I guess.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I'm okay with that. That's fine by me. Yeah, time's running out, so I'm just making the most of it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Ah. Come on. Made a decent chunk of money, though. What a classical music. The laser cutter, it can live for a while. Let's continue salvaging the ship. Let's grab some tethers while we're here. There we go. Now we can worry about the rest of this shit. So, I want this stuff to go in there. Please do, as I say. We might as well rid ourselves of these bins. Please. All you have to do is go down there. That's all. All I ask of you.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
That's all I like to hear. Is credits being deposited, because that means I'm effectively done with that item that has
Salvage
been
deposit
deposited.
accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, so time to cut off these side panels. And generally just see what's in the crawl space here. Obviously there's a bunch of lamps to be had. There's a power cell. That's needed. Because we need this. That's part of our work order. Okay.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright, work order's done, so let's just make as much money as we can for the rest of the day and get the hell out of here. That's this side panel disconnected. Again, I could salvage the lamps from all of these. I don't think I'll bother with that this time around. I think it's a negligible amount of money and not worth the effort that you have to put in. Yeah. I know. It's getting hot. What about the coolant tank? Oh shit. I mean, I knew it would probably explode if it collided with shit too much. I didn't expect that it would collide with stuff that easily. Oh well, I guess. Oh well. Not a big deal. I'll take off the lamps. And I'll send the pieces
Salvage
to the processor.
secured. Credits deposited.
Like this. It is actually easy to do then. Just take them off like this. Send them down. Send them over.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Right, this is all like fragmented now because of
Salvage deposit
the
accepted.
coolant explosion. Interesting. Interesting way of processing hard carbon. Nanocarbon, whatever. I guess I'll do all these in pieces. 'Cause that's what this thing is, basically. Is in bits. I'll send the big one, though. I'll send the small pieces after it.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
You? Go in there. There might be a lamp in here. There is. Gotta rip that off before it's too late. There you go. Now that is efficient. Yo.
Secured.
What's up, Kira, by the way? Thank you for the raid. How's it going? And hello, people joining from Kira's side. Hope you've had a good stream. Hope you're ready to see me salvage spaceships.
Credits transferred.
Because that's what life is all about. That's the fun stuff. Salvaging ships in space. Alright, so we gotta go in here. Stop. There you go. And I'll rotate a bit. Makes it easier to go. Please, for the love of God. Like, it makes it easier to go in here. There you go. Let's start cutting. Oxygen critical. Yeah, that's something I can't really ignore. Hold on. This is where my ship is, right there. I know, right? NASA doesn't like want you to see that this is outside. I'm actually live from inside the suit, in case you couldn't tell. That is definitely me breathing, as you can hear. Give me some oxygen. There you go. I'm not worried about fuel. There's enough fuel in the ship. Still. How did that end up down there? That's not supposed to end up down there. Weird. Like the thruster fuel. There you go. Full. Just like that. Great time to do it. I know. That's why when I was offered this job, I was like, yeah, dude, I am out of here. See you later. Not having any more of this godforsaken planet. I'd rather just cut up spaceships. I just want to cut up spaceships, for God's sake. You know? All that stuff. I just want to grill. It looks like my cutter is doing a little... Not doing too hot. I know. It's been a while since I repaired it. So you go over there.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
You go over there, and you go over there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Come on. I don't know why ripping out these lights takes so long every time. A little strange. I don't know why it is like that.
Credits transferred.
This is the airlock panel, which is always a little weird to get rid of. A little annoying. But so be it. And then let's disconnect the cockpit as well. See where that takes us. Disconnect this one. And I believe this one up here. There we go. Much better. The cockpit is weird. The cockpit is a weird thing because half of it is hard carbon, half of it is aluminum. And, well, you can't process them in the same place. So, you've got to find a way to get rid of most of it. I mean, I guess I can crawl past this. Hold on. Crawl past this if I just squeeze in here. Cut this. Cut this. Cut that right there. And cut this. The panel should pop right off. And then we have a little coolant tank here as well, so let me just squeeze out of here, please. Come on. Come on, move it with your body. You can do it. What you do is you tether this, send it into the processor, obviously. So the panel is gone. And then you can rip out the coolant tank. And send that down to the barge. There we go. And then you might as well rip out this light while you're at it. Send that down as well. And then we've got a few pieces left. So again, in order to get rid of the rest of the frame here, I'd need tethers, and I don't have those right now. So all I have left is 5 minutes. Let's just start cutting up this place and salvage some of the aluminum, I suppose. Let's just cut off this panel.
You got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter. We're out.
What we do now is we just cut up this aluminum frame. I can't move the entire thing, unfortunately, but it doesn't make that much money anyway, I've realized. Aluminum is actually pretty fucking cheap and worthless, even in this game. Who would have thought? It's almost as if aluminum is a very cheap and common material, even in real life. We're getting this panel out of here, over there. What I wish to do. There you go. And then we do the same thing with this one. So, again. Gone to the doctor and he said he'd take my blood to see what's wrong. Well, what is wrong?
Deposit accepted.
Mom said the report came in and nothing was wrong. Well, probably someone's lying. You reckon? Why would the doctor lie to you? I mean, I guess if you're American, they have all the reasons to lie to you, because otherwise you'd be paying a pretty penny, I suppose. Surely this can go in there. So I don't know if I even want to refill with oxygen again, because there's not much left to salvage from this place anyway, so I'll just get out of here.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
So just get me over there. There's not much left in this. Asking her to send me a report and she said, yeah, I will, but she never does. Won't she hide my medical report from me? That is weird. You should probably pressure your mom a little bit more on that. Let's just end the shift. There's not much left to do in this ship. Like, I've already only gotten 900k from this today. I could have gotten a little bit more, but there's like maybe 1 million left in total if I process everything right, and I don't have, like, I can't do that in a day. That's not gonna happen. This is as good as it's gonna get. Let's repair this goddamn thing. It stops complaining. I could upgrade some stuff. Helmet upgrades. Oxygen capacity? Yes, please. That is so important. Auto worksuit upgrades. Suit integrity. Shock absorbing joints in the suit that will decrease the force of impacts while allowing the suit to deflect more. Huh. Huh! Cool. Cool. Start shift. Let's look at a new ship in the ship catalog. So it appears this one's the most expensive. But you only get a day's worth of time, which I believe is 5 minutes. This is 15. There's gonna be 10 minutes for this one, which is only slightly cheaper. Is 10 minutes enough? We can make it work, I think. Or do I go for the expensive one? I don't know what these resources are, what they mean. Does this mean this one has more carbon? This one has more glass? Or is this aluminum and glass and this one's more carbon? This one has more stuff in general, it's a bigger ship. This one has more seats. Let's go for the 2-day one. I think salvaging this one's gonna be easier. No, you get 15 minutes anyway. Okay. Alright. Maybe it just means that this one should only take 2 days to salvage fully. In which case, I'm all over it, dude. And as per usual, we're starting with the same old, same old. Cutting off the engines. And sending them down to the barge. Does this have an antenna? The ship has no antenna. Really now? Absurd, but okay.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Send you down there. And then let's head inside. And take care of that air pressure real quick, because otherwise we're gonna have a problem.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
There's lights in here and they're on. Okay, so is this a hard drive? It is. Like that. And then we'll do the usual. Let's get rid of the reactor first, because the reactor is very scary. And we don't want to have to deal with it. It is more reasonable to send these to the processor with tethers. So that is what I will do. Ow. Get out of my way. Cool game? Yeah, it's a cool game. And then, you know, as per usual, reactor,
Accepted for processing.
barge. May I introduce you two to each other? Goodbye. Easy.
Salvage secured.
And I might as well rip out this lamp too while I'm at it. There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits
Let's do the thruster next, because that's an easy one as well. Allow me to get rid of the rear of the ship here. So let's rip this out. Send it to the processor. Right, I forgot you're a little heavy. Oh no, 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 don't go in there, don't go in there, don't go in there. Go over there, if anything. There you go, that's where I want you to go.
valuable object processed.
Allows me to rip
Credits
this out.
deposited.
Send it down to the barge. It's actually up here. There you go. That's gonna go where it needs to go. That's the rear of the ship dealt with, effectively. Just gotta cut it off now. As well as the top panel, I suppose.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay, so the top panel should be coming off. Yep, it is. Dope. Send that shit. Away it goes. Okay. And then we'll do the hollowing out of this ship. So what we do is we cut open the bottom panels
Valuable object processed.
so that we can, you know, just rip out all the insides and send them to the barge. That is how you tend to do stuff with this. And I will do this in the old-fashioned way. By the old-fashioned way, I mean, of course I'm using tethers, dude. They're fun. Look, there's number one. Away it goes. Rip this one down a bit. And then tether it over there. Easy peasy.
Valuable object processed.
And do the same with this one.
Deposited.
Send that shit in there. And then we can start ripping out the crates on the inside here. And send them down to the barge.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I do want a power cell again and
Salvage
also a
secured.
bit of
Credits deposited.
nanocarbon. Well, this fuel tank is already leaking. I might as well collect it. Might as well repair the... or collect the repair kit from the trapper.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Junction box. May go. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to send it down there or not. I'm never too sure about it. Well, that one's floating off to space, I guess. I feel like I just keep sending them down there even though I'm not supposed to. But maybe it also just kind of broke for no reason.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Rip off all the wall panels. AC? Someone's gonna have a use for that. Surely.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I'm gonna have to grab some oxygen soon. I hope there's a tank in this ship, because that's gonna make my life a lot easier. Does not appear like there is a tank in this ship, though. An oxygen tank. That's kind of unfortunate, but okay. I guess I'll go refill my tethers as well. I've got some more time to make use of today. I definitely don't need fuel though, because there's still fuel in the ship. And there's still a panel that I could tether here. I mean, I should have done this before, obviously. Or is that the other one I just disconnected? Okay, well, fair enough.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Does it mean they're both disconnected already? This thing is gonna go around the ship here. And send it down to the barge. There we go. And cargo hatch is supposed to go to the barge. There we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
You love to see that. Send that down there. That's one of them.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Let's just cut this. I want to work fast. Just avoid my thing from overheating though. There's one right here. And there's one back here. Okay. That's all this side able to be ripped out. Now I could obviously rip out the lamps as well.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
But I don't care. I don't have all day. Gotta work fast here, you know?
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
And I can rip this one out pretty easily. Send it up here. Rip that out
Deposit accepted. Credits
over there. And that's the side of the ship dealt with already. I just gotta do the other side, so I gotta move this over a bit. Rip out the fuel tank over here. And carefully put it up here. And then it allows me to just take this entire piece
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
and put it over there. Yep, that can just all go in there. All I'm missing now is the power cell. And also the rest pieces of this, so... get to cutting. And that's gonna be one of the last things I'll actually be able to do today is cutting, but you know. I'll cut it now and then I'll disassemble it in my next shift, because clearly this one is over sooner than later.
Object processed. Credits awarded.
I also only have 2 tethers left that I could make use of, and I will make use of, but yeah. So this power cell is gonna have to go out of here the tight way. I don't have much of another way of getting it out there. And then you're going that way.
Salvage secured.
I could rip the lamp off if I wanted to. There you go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
And there it goes. That's the tether is gone anyway. I might as well rip this one out normally and make use of the rest of my day. This panel could also be loose. It is. Okay, I'll take care of that when I get more tethers. I can start ripping out all this stuff. As time runs out. This is the perfect thing to do. Just grab some things. Put all in there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep and let's finish strong.
Hey, man. I know time's running out. What do you think I'm working on here?
Salvage deposit accepted.
My oxygen is also running low. Is it gonna last another 30 seconds? Probably. I'm not too worried about that. I do think it will last another 30 seconds or so. Don't have to be too worried about it just yet.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Send that shit down. Oh, I don't think it worked before the time ran out. Oh, look at that, 2.1 million. I'm starting to get a lot more efficient here on the first day. Like what, I destroyed 6 lights, 2 door consoles, an atmospheric regulator, and a power junction box or 2. I mean, fair enough. Could be better, could be worse. None of those things are worth that much, so it's actually not that big of a big deal here. I'm not gonna complain. None of this has to be repaired. I could upgrade something. Give myself some more range on this? Sure. It's about time I do that. Continue salvaging.
Salvage
So
secured.
I need some
Account
more.
credit applied.
I need some more tethers to work with here. There you go. That's what I really need. I don't really need anything else. I'm good for the most part. So you go over there, bud. Later, bitch. You also follow up. You also go in there.
Object accepted for
And yeah, you do too.
credits deposited. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Save that computer. Computer?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage
Well,
secured.
door. Let's look how much a door panel is worth, right? What did I just eat down there? Will it tell me? It won't even tell me. I think the door panels are literally worthless. At least the storage bins are worth something. So I'll gladly try to rip these through here. There you go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits
Okay, I can
transferred.
cut this thing up. Or I could just yeet the entirety of it somewhere. Considering I think a majority of it is actually hard carbon. Or nanocarbon. What if I just send it in here? I wonder. Wonder how bad that will be. And the rest of the ship is mostly aluminum. Besides the airlock, which I still have no idea how to correctly disassemble. Really, so... I'll just grab the fuel tank. And then I'll just say, you know what? Screw it.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
It's destroying some glass, who cares, right? Can I just like grab this and just send it in here? There you go. I'll even use 2 tethers on this. I'll get reset tethers for the next ship anyway, so I might as well use my tethers on this. Make it a little bit faster. That was a very easy, quick salvage on that one. Gotten better at it. Gotten better at doing it quickly. Alright. Gotta wait for that thing to go into the furnace. It's making its way in. It's almost made it. It says danger when I look at that. Why does it do that? Not like there's anything there. Yeah, I knock myself back more when I do that than actually move it, but it's getting sucked in. There you go.
Material deposited.
You get nanocarbon getting destroyed obviously sucks, but there's more in aluminum and scrap in there that it's totally worth going for that. So we're done. Pretty easy. And look, I even broke even. Like, yeah. There's some stuff that gets destroyed, but overall, the profits are absolutely worth it. Nanocarbon is worth a lot more than aluminum. Like, a lot more. Shockingly more. Which is, quite something. Let's just repair both of those, why not? Gotta salvage more furniture to level up? Is that what I gotta do? I guess. View ship catalog. Some of that has a lot of furniture in it. This has a lot. It's not worth the most, though. But it says it has 5% chairs, so you know what? We're going with this one. There's also a one-day one, I believe, so we'll see how that changes anything. Doesn't seem to change much at all. We've still got 15 minutes anyway. Obviously it's pressurized, as is every single one of these so far. Let's rip out these antennas. That's the starting point of everything of these. You rip out the antennas, and you cut off the engines. And then you tether the engines down below. Just like that.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright. So that's the engines taken care of. Let's look for that airlock. I believe it was on the other side, yes.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Open up, baby! I'm here to crash a party inside this goddamn spaceship. Okay, where's the air conditioning? There it is. Alright, where is the goddamn reactor? Should be back here somewhere. Oh, there's a door. How will I open this door? I believe the door is just busted, huh? Alright, I'll just rip it off then. There you go. Okay. And then we'll do our usual thing. Where you cut open the bottom of the ship, allowing this panel to move freely. Then you squeeze by it. So you can tether it to the processor. Like so. Whoosh, off it goes. And then you make the reactor meet the fucking barge. Just
Object
like that.
selected for processing.
Alright.
Credits deposited.
Thumbs up. You might as well rip out that light. Even though it doesn't get you much. Send that shit over there. You rip out the thruster nozzle. Flash cap. Put that over there as well. And you rip out the thruster
Valuable
itself.
Object processed. Credits deposited.
And there we are. That's the major hurdle of this ship already taken care of. That easily.
Salvage
Now we can just
secured.
cut off the rear end here. And get it into this dedicated position. Well, we're gonna have to take care of the fuel tanks as well, right? But disconnecting it early is easy because then it's gonna separate itself from the rest of the ship after a while. You know what? I'm not gonna bother with this. I'll just cut open them. Which side is the barge? This side? I'll cut open the bottom and just yeet everything out of here. I have to move you down a bit. Yeah, I might have to move you down a bit first. That's a wasted tether, but oh well. They're pretty cheap overall. Now I can send you away though. And I can rip out these seats.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
How do I rip the power junction box out without completely breaking it? I don't know, dude. That's a question I do not know the answer to. However, I do know that there's an
Salvage
O2
secured.
canister in this ship,
Count
which is
credits
fucking
applied.
lovely, dude. We moved out a bit. And then you get tethered over there. Goodbye. Then you rip out the chairs and send them, dude. You send them.
Salvage deposit accepted.
What do we have here?
Transferred.
Food pack. Okay. Alright. Can't believe they just left behind some food like that, dude. Why would they do that? That's like a horrible idea. Door needs to go to the processor.
Credits deposited.
Alright. In it goes. I feel like if you want to rip out the power box, you want to rip out everything else first. I think that's the issue with it, is that it like starts, you know, shocking all the other electrical devices, and that's why it loses its that's why it dies and shit. Oxygen critical? Not for long, baby. Not for long, for we have oxygen right here.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Guys, this is connected for a bit now. I can push this a little bit. Nah. It'll disconnect eventually. This is the cockpit. We've got a data drive. So lovely to pick up. There's another atmosphere regulator in here. Obviously we don't need that. We don't need storage bins in here. Not where we're going. Where we're going, we need the money that these storage bins are worth. We don't need the storage bins themselves. Are you crazy?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Got these last two panels off, and then we can send them to the... We use the tethers on these, which is pretty nice. Gives us a good use for them. Later, bitch.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Some more chairs. These are the ones I'm actually looking for, really. Because those are the ones that I, as far as I understand, need to level up,
Credits
so...
deposited.
There's a power cell in here somewhere, obviously, and then there's a bunch of nanocarbon we still need to process, but that's fine. We can do that. It's easily possible.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Rip out that computer. Gotta rip out this lamp too.
Secured.
I'll see if I can,
Credit applied.
like, confirm this theory of that you have to rip out everything electronic or electric before you rip out the power box. Like, even the door switch here. Door console is gonna have to go. And then... Nope, it's still... Like, maybe everything metallic, so, like, the bins as well, I guess?
Salvage secured. Credits
I guess these have to
deposited.
go as well. Fair enough. So always rip the power box out last.
Cutter, you got 5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you. We were out.
I can always do the work order tomorrow, bro. Calm down. I don't need to do it today. Gotta get these fuel tanks out of here first. Ooh, that's leaking a bit. That's fine.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Guess I clip this little ledge there for a bit. There we go. I'll care about the rear once I've got
Salvage secured.
more tethers, so tomorrow. Operating at the use 10 tethers a day strategy works pretty friggin' well. Coolant tank in here. The power cell should be on the other side, obviously. Yeah, that's something I wanted to avoid. Now the radio is malfunctioning. You know what? I'm all for it. Oops. Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be fine. Disconnect the cockpit while we're at it. I think I'll just spend this time burning everything. By burning, I mean, you know, welding everything. I'll just cut everything off. Just be careful around the coolant tank. Don't do anything funky around the coolant tank. And then life will be completely fine. There you go. See? If you don't mess up around the coolant tank, you'll be okay. Who would have thought? Can I rip out that power cell real quick?
Credits transferred.
I'm breaking it, that's for sure. Alright. That's the power cell done, though.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I might just run out of oxygen before I get back here. Alright, gonna try before the time runs out. But consider there's only a minute left anyway, and I'm gonna buy tethers as soon as tomorrow starts. I might as well just end the shift right now. And then do the rest tomorrow. 1.7 mil, not bad. Not the best I've had, but not bad. Yeah, that laser needs some repairs. Got some points to spend again. I can give it more heat capacity or also overheat cooldown. What about this thing? More range on the grapple. That's not necessary. It's mostly fine. Fuel capacity, not really that useful yet. Already got both of those. I guess I'll get the laser heat capacity. There you go. Start shift, continue salvage, yes. There's still stuff to be had from the ship. Even though it was a one-day affair, or at least intended to be. I've still got things that I want to do with this ship, baby. At least some things. But this should be disconnected, right? So I should just be able to tether this. Yeah, there you go. Alright, the cockpit is completely disconnected as well, so that's nice. Wait a minute. Is this the airlock? That's the airlock. I can't just do that. But I can just rip this
Valuable
apart.
object processed. Credits awarded.
Look at all these tethers just Just going and doing their jobs. I don't even care about the lights in there. I do not give a damn.
Object accepted for processing.
I can even get some
Credits
fuel back.
deposited.
Not worry about that. And then we I still have a coolant cell here. Coolant tank, which we can just put down there. There we go.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Now we just rip apart the rest of this in some way, some crude fashion. And then once our oxygen runs out, we'll just end everything.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Like, I can cut all this up in here if I wanted to. I can send this big boy down to the furnace, which is what I should do, because it's a bunch of aluminum. So let's send you over there. Yes, this little part is not aluminum. I am aware. I don't care. Not worth making a big fuss over. I could cut this nanocarbon. That would be so nice. But I guess I'll just cut out the aluminum panels on the inside here. So I can keep a little bit of my orientation. I'm even gonna do it. From like this angle. I'll cut both of them at the same time here. Roughly the same height. And then we'll do the bottom. Right about there. And that's actually already enough. This thing is supposed to go over here, huh? Yeah, I kind of expected that this would need 2 tethers. I'm not surprised. It is heavy, so completely fair. Wasn't there a second panel here? There it is. Thought you could hide from me, huh?
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Come on, go in there. Get all that scrap and stuff processed. We do the same for these again, so I gotta rotate a bit, we go down a bit, we go closer a bit, and cut it as far down as we can. Get as much material, you know? Do the same up here. I have a feeling that doing this is actually the way you're supposed to take care of the cockpit. You cut out all these aluminum panels. Aluminium? It's just aluminum. Why are there 2 different words for the same metal in English? What's the deal with the English language? That they decided, hey, we need 2 names for this? Is it just an American-British thing? That one call it aluminum, and the other one calls it aluminium? I'm gonna need you to come back up here. Is this the problem with? I don't want to take you too far. You know what? I want to do this with tethers if anything, but you know what? Just send you. Can I just grab you? Suddenly it doesn't want to move anymore, huh? Alright, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Time's up. Damn, I could rotate on a dime like that. That's crazy. We're done with all the valuable shit in that one. Equipment's looking good. View ship catalog. This one has a lot of chairs in it. Those are very valuable. So let's go for this one. Apparently this one will take 2 days to complete. Well, let's see. Let's see if that's true. We got some antennas and some engines. You like to see that. That's always a great start. There's antennas and engines, and you get 4 of those bad boys. I mean, that explains why this thing is worth so much. Right off the bat. 4 whole engines? My dude.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I didn't actually cut it fully. Hi, how are you today? I'm doing good, Jopro. Thanks for asking, bud. Welcome to the stream. How is it going yourself? Hope you're having a good time, bud. Rip this one out. Send it to hell. Cut off these engines.
Secured. Account credit applied.
Yo, James Numbers with a cube? Hello? Hello, everybody. Coming over from James with Numbers and a cube. How's it going? Welcome to Hardspace Shipbreaker, a game where you break ships in space. It's pretty, straightforward, actually. If you think about it. Crazy, innit?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Right, the thing is pressurized. I forgot about that. Forgot about the whole pressurized thing. Whoops. Good thing I, wasn't standing right there.
Secured.
That could have ended
Credits
poorly.
deposited.
I did not blow up a reactor yet, no. I've managed to not blow up a reactor just yet. Can I please open the door? There you go, thank you. So, immediately. Cabin, unpressurized. Much better. This is what I want to see. But the thing with the, reactor in this one is behind this door. And what you want to do is you just want to yeet the door over here. And then you do the usual. The old trick. You just open up the bottom. While this panel is moving, you also cut off the back of the ship, so you can get rid of those fuel tanks more easily. Now, I know I'm pointing a high-power laser that can cut aluminum very easily, near a nuclear reactor. I am aware. I am fully aware that that might be a risky maneuver. However, watch this. Reactor? Barge.
Valuable
Down it
object
goes.
processed. Credits deposited.
Beautiful. You love to see that. Stop breathing so heavily, dude. You just defused the nuclear reactor. What's the big deal, bro? Why are you breathing so much? You never handled a nuclear reactor before? Like, bro. Come on now. Stop making such a fuss about it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Can this be disconnected? It is. Come on. What you want to do is you want to go over there. Off it goes. No longer my worry. And then you just cut all these. Cut out all these floor panels. Well, I gotta do them one by one because there's a bunch of chairs in here you have to deal with as well. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to move the panels first. Take them to the processor. And we can rip out all the insides of this place.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
We rip out the chairs. We send them down there.
New certification level attained. License level increased.
Airlock control console. Guess what? We've got a new home. Lights? Guess what? We've got a new home. It's down here.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Soft crate? Guess what? You're going down here. Scrap?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Guess what? You're going in the furnace. Fuel tank. Now this is something I like to see. Because it's going in the barge. Going in the marge.
Salvage
Shouldn't
secured.
there be another one? There is another one, but this thing has got to move a little bit more. We can access that. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do with that just yet, but I can cut this panel off. Considering I've got 2 tethers left, I can cut the other one as well. Let's go. Off it goes. Oh, there is no other one on this side. Right. Is there any oxygen tanks in this? There is.
Valuable
You love to see that.
Credits awarded.
I'll grab it once my oxygen is extremely low. That's when I'll grab it. For the time being, I want to get as much use out of this day as I can. And once my oxygen goes to like 20 or something, I'll pick it up.
Secured. Account credit
Then I should
applied.
be okay.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Stop breathing so heavily, dude. You're gonna use up your last breaths even more quickly if you just breathe this hard, man. Come on, dude.
Secured. Credits
Stop worrying. There's oxygen right here. It doesn't even fill you up to full. Thought it did. Oh well. There you go. You'll be okay. Everything is fine.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Any more lamps? No, not in this area at least. That's nice to see. So, let's take care of this fuel tank. Have to move this out a little bit with our own two hands. I can stop and grab this and then put it in the barge. There you go. Gotta be a little bit careful with these, you know, they are flammable after all. Probably don't like having impacts too much either.
Salvage
Now this back piece,
credits
well,
deposited.
you know, we can send it into the processor, which is where it's supposed to go. Off you go. Bye-bye. That's where the keys went. Use those. Scrap. The Pepsi bottle. Can't believe that they still have Pepsi in space. Can you believe that? The year is 2038. No, hold on. The year is like 2159, and they still have fucking Pepsi. I cannot believe that PepsiCo as a corporation has survived for this long. Ah, there was a thruster in there?
5 minutes left in this
I thought I took the thruster out.
Don't bite off more than you can
No, I didn't take the thruster out. Oh, well. The thrusters aren't actually worth that much, so it's not a huge loss. But I guess I forgot about the thruster. Fair enough. Oh, well. Not a huge deal. I'll just be doing all the cutting work here. The last bits of the ship. And then the next day, once I have some tethers, I can get rid of the rest of this stuff. Take care of this one. Take care of this one. That's gone. As is that one. As is that one. Okay. That's all of the side panels taken care of now. I'll just have to tether them to where they're supposed to go. And they've got the two top ones as well. Let's just do the rest by clearing out this cockpit of all of its barge things, like these bins and those chairs and all that.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
That light right there, for instance. You might as well.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Send you away. Air conditioning.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Away it goes. Storage bin. Pardon me. You appear to not have moved out of where I wanted to move you out of.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Rip out these seats, dude. Oxygen critical? I don't give a shit, dude. I've got a job to do. Everybody's always talking about oxygen this, breathing that. I just want to cut up a ship, for God's sake. I just want to process a seat and a computer terminal. In perfect condition as well.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Man just wants to die. Exactly. What's the big deal with it?
Salvage deposit accepted.
I will probably run out of oxygen before I get the opportunity to run out of time, so this is the last thing I'm doing. And then we're ending the day, and then we'll do the rest tomorrow.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Getting over here should take me approximately 10 to 15 oxygen at best, so as long as I move over with about 30, I'll always be good. There you go. I got a rank up, which is all I could have ever asked for. Dope. I've almost knocked $1 million off of my debt in total. So, that's pretty nice. I've unlocked new things. I can get a recharge module. That's pretty nice. Obviously, I can't afford it, but, you know, pretty nice. I mean, either of those, obviously. What can I get now? Weismo connects to remote network, neural network to perform gestalt analysis and determine what is being viewed. Provides relevant information from the link's component catalog. What? That's what both of these said. Scan mode objects, scan mode systems, structures, okay. Range, sure. Upgrading my fuel capacity, not really needed. Max tethers, I definitely need a few more tethers, and I can exactly afford this, so I will do that. Durability wise, it's still fine, it's still doable. Continue. Yes. Because I'll have to buy some. Oh, I got 15 tethers from upgrading it. Perfect! I don't even have to buy any new ones. Oh, you'll love to see that. Alright, time to fucking tether some stuff, dude. This is where the fun stuff begins. So, you go there. As do you. As do you. I mean, you were already taken with this one, really. You were just, like, stuck together or some shit. You head over here. You head over here. You head over here. You can head... Oh, hold on, one of these is the fucking airlock. I think this is the airlock I'm looking at right now. It is. So you go over here. You go over to this side. You can also go over this side. Would you look at that shit, dude? Got some fuel as well. Look at how much progress we just made off of this. Fucking lovely. There's gotta be a fuel cell, not a fuel cell, a power cell in here somewhere. There it is. So they want us to send this shit down here.
Salvage deposit accepted.
And then also we might as well send these coolant tanks. Okay.
Salvage secured.
So that's all the panels and all that stuff taken care of. Let's disconnect the cockpit from the rest of the ship. I just want to slice. There you go. Just comes apart so nicely. You'll love to see that. And then again, yes, I have to disconnect this airlock, but I cannot be arsed to do that right now. Not until I can, and like it's almost impossible anyway. So we're taking the loss on that. We're taking the little L on that. It's not a big L, so it's fine. I'm even going to use 2 tethers for this because it needs 2 tethers. This thing is heavy. The entire thing is approximately 7.5 tons, so it needs a few tethers. There's still some computer system here. Let's computer terminal, whatever. Send this to the salvage station as well.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, and then we just cut off these panels. And now you might say, well, you should probably cut them as far up as you can, but that makes it hard to get them out. Then again, why not? More material. It's like chess, you want to have that material, you know? To the other side as well.
Valuable component incinerated.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do that.
Stop telling me not to do that. Give me the tools to disconnect hard carbon from that, and then I might do it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, woman. I'm trying to work here. Why don't you do your job? And just tell me how much money I'm getting for it. Or not getting, you know? Who knows? I can rip this off as well. There's another thing that can send to the barge. Now these panels I've got to somehow rip out. What I think I can do is these are already gone sideways, so what I can do is I can just maneuver these out like so. And then send them to the furnace. There you go.
Material deposited.
And do the same with this one. And then potentially do the same with the other two as well. If I'm... Like, obviously, as this thing gets lighter, it gets less easy to move these about. What I'm thinking I can do is I can stop myself, connect to this, and then rotate it with me, potentially. It doesn't really seem to work. Wait, what? Did I get that one out? Where did that one go? Is it this one? Oh yeah, it is. It just placed itself on top of the other one. This is the annoying part because... Oh, man. For some reason I've cut these ever so slightly wrong. There you go. I gotta, like, tilt it by quickly grabbing it like that. I can maneuver it out. And deposit it. And I gotta do the same here. Grab that and just yank it. And then just finesse that shit out of there. And yeet it over there. Off it goes. So obviously there's still aluminum left here. So... Oxygen's critical. Well... This is probably the last panel I cut out then. So considering my oxygen is critical, you know what we're doing. We're sending the rest of this into here because it's mostly hard carbon anyway. The little bits of aluminum remaining, nobody cares. And I'll attach as many tethers as I can to this so it goes fast. Because they're gonna get reset on my next trip anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, and then we're heading home. As soon as that's registered, we're heading home.
Object not accepted. Please revisit your training.
Shut the fuck up. There's a ton of nanocarbon in there, okay? Just process that shit. Look at that. Barely any waste. barely any. Still made a decent chunk of money off of it. Can't complain about that. Alright, I've met my quota. That recovery seems to be going well. The machine god, audio log.
Here is the machine. The machine is gone.
It's text to speech.
Do you understand? No. No, I don't think you do. Here is man, all mankind, spreading out, spreading, like roots of a tree through endless stars. And there is the machine. The machine is going to stop the roots, the growth. The machine will unify us as minds in one body, a body that cannot age or grow or die. We will experience eternity in an instant and last until the end of the universe. Do you understand? The machine is what we become. I know this because I am a messenger. An angel.
Wow, they're really going over the top with this one, huh?
Yes. Angels are messengers, so I must be an angel. An angel for the machine that is God. And that is
Wow.
what I am. I am here to join you to the machine.
Damn. They're going hard on that one. Jesus. Can I recover more data? I mean, sure. Recover more devices, why not? God knows what this does. So we've got myself.
Link's branded gear. It's a cut above the rest.
Alright. From Mortimer Corney. Reminder, Solar Day statutory holiday cancelled. Greetings, friends and valued coworkers. Just a friendly reminder that all Link's employees, excluding the executive team, are expected to report to work on Solar Day this year. What an exciting way to celebrate the honor, the true lifeblood of our solar system. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Morty. Cool. Very, very cool. We've also got this. It's just a little poster. Cool. And an audio log.
Falling asleep on the job salvager? That's a great way to lose a limb or life. Due to binding legal agreements made with the Orbital Safe Workers Union, Lynx cannot encourage the use of illegal narcotics. However, research has shown that when used in moderation, recreational stimulants and microdoses of hallucinogenics can provide salvagers with significant gains in both performance and yield.
They tell me to
Furthermore,
take drugs.
The Lynx Board of Directors recently voted unanimously to eliminate any and all drug tests for salvaged divisions.
Yo!
Because we at Lynx believe the privacy of our employees is paramount.
Yo!
Lynx. Making the world a better place.
I can smoke weed on the job, dude! Fuck yeah. Got a rail mail. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna actually read this, but thank you, Murphy. And bunch of history or something. Who gives a shit? Certification. So, gotta do 12 work order objectives. Salvage 2 class 1 reactors, easy, and 2 class 1 thrusters, easy. And also earn 13 million credits. That's a little bit tougher, but still doable. Your own private space farm, bro. Poggers. Poggers. Okay. Let's not repair anything. What this means is I can now look at harder ships. I can get some that are like hard. Why is this hard? I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's worth a lot of money, though. These are the higher tier ones now. I mean, interesting. However, I feel like I should do that another time. Because it's getting late. And I kind of want to stop streaming for now. Because it's been a decent chunk of time. It's actually almost the perfect time to just say, hey, I'm done. Oh, you get free play as well, where you can just do whatever you want. I see. You have challenges, leaderboards. Cool. Cool, I guess. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game. Gotta say, it's a pretty cool game. Something I would love is the ability to rebind buttons, but you know, that's probably gonna be added eventually. I'd argue. You know, reasonable. So let's see when we're gonna play that again. For now, I have been Surny. That is the stream. Thank you very much for joining. I hope it was just as enjoyable for you as it was for myself. I will see you again on Tuesday. Until then, have a good night. / rest of your day, whatever it might be. Goodbye.